Hello students, welcome to the biology class. Today we are going to start with our new chapter, that is heredity and evolution. In our previous sessions we discussed about the how do organisms reproduce, and today we are going to start with our last and new chapter, that is heredity and evolution. According to the CBSE, only heredity part is present in our curriculum and evolution for 2020-21 that is deleted. So let's start with our new topic, that is heredity. Heredity. Children resemble their parents because they have inherited characters from them. So as we know that we have a very common term, that is like begets like. Means the cat will give the birth to the kitten, dog will give the birth to the pups, and human to the child. Why? Because they carry some information from generation to generation, and they transmit or they inherit the characters from generation to generation. And the children, the kitten, the pup, they resemble their parents because they have some characters which is called as the inherited character, and that is the DNA which is present in the nucleus of cell. The DNA that carries the information, that transfer the information, that inherited the information from generation to generation. The copying of DNA will help us in resembling with our parents. So therefore, the children resemble their parents because they have inherited characters in the form of a copying of DNA from them. The transmission of characters, that is from the copying of the DNA from the parents to their offspring or from one generation to the next generation, is called heredity or inheritance. And it is the continuity of features from one generation to another which are present in the fertilized egg or zygote. The zygote develop into the organism of a particular type. Means cat will give birth to the kitten and human will give birth to the child. They resemble their parents because the characters are being inherited. They are being passing from generation to generation in the form of a DNA copy which is present in the nucleus of a germ cells or in the fertilized egg or zygote. Next is your variation. So the difference in the characters or the trait among the individual of the species are called variation. As we said that we carrying the information from generation to generation, we inherit the information from generation to generation, we are resembling with our parents because of the DNA copying. But while DNA copying, if there is an error, then we become different from our parents. So variation occur during reproduction because of in DNA copying, that is error in the DNA copying. So because of that there is some difference, and that difference is known as the variation. So what is the importance of that variation? It forms the basis of heredity. It causes adaptation to which the organism can easily adjust to its changing environment. Accumulation of variation that form the basis of evolution. So genetics, the branch of biology that deals with the study of heredity, that how the characters, how the traits transmitting from generation to generation, means how we are resembling with each other, that how we are carrying the information, carrying the characters, carrying the traits from our parents, that is the heredity. But still we are not the carbon copy of our parents, that is known as the variation. And the branch of biology that deals with heredity and variation simultaneously is known as genetics. Accumulation of variation during reproduction, how it is useful to us. Variation that appear in the offspring of one generation are passed on to the offspring of next generation and so on. So in each generation they acquire or add some new variation. Thus variation accumulate and they are passed on to more and more individual. Variation increase with each passing generation and diversity spreads over succeeding generation. So after every generation, if some change is there, so they start accumulating, and after the various generations you will get a new species which is more adaptable to the surrounding. So all variation, they are not advantageous to the organism all the time. They may cause the extinct of that particular individual or the organism. If the variations are there, they are unable to adjust with the surrounding. But sometimes the variations are useful, and the useful variation ensure their survival in the prevailing conditions of the environment. Variant individual that can withstand or cope with the prevailing, means the changing conditions, will survive better and will increase in number through the differential reproduction. So the variation is very important. That is the basis of evolution that changes our, you can say, the characters from generation to generation. But if they are useful, if that variation makes no harm to the organism, and that can be carried from generation to generation, so with the help of that we can be more adjustable to our surroundings. So this is about heredity and variation, and next we will deal with inherited traits. So as the name indicates, the traits are those that are passed. So inherited traits are those characters or the traits which are passed on from the parents to the offspring. So these are the traits which we carrying from the parents to the offspring, that is transfer from generation to generation, and these are controlled by genes, or you can say the DNA segment. Inherited variations are change in the DNA of the germ cell. So we said that why these traits can be inherited, because they are present in the DNA of the germ cells. If there is any change, that can also transfer from generation to generation if that change is in the DNA of a germ cell. Hence, the character can also transmit it through the generation. For example, skin color, for eye color. So you can see the chart of the inherited traits that is here, that is curly hair, that is smooth hair. Color of the eye may be that is black and the brown, or it may be wide or that is narrow. Dimples, then that is the facial freckles, and you are having a tongue rolling capacity, earlobe that may be free and that may be attached, and there is an eye color too. So these are the characters which we are inheriting from our parents, because you must have heard from your parents that the face or the eye color is resembling with the father, or it is resembling with the mother, and so on, because that characters are being inherited and they are present in the DNA of germ cell. The next is your acquired traits. They are those characters or traits which an individual acquire after the birth, that is not at the time of the birth, during its lifetime in response to the environment. These develop due to the changes in the functioning of the body cell or non-reproductive cells or the somatic cell, and not in the DNA or the genes of the germ cell. So therefore, these characters cannot be transmitted to the next generation. So acquired traits are those traits which the individual acquired during the lifetime, and that changes takes place in the somatic cells of the individual, not in the germ cells, not in the DNA of a germ cell. Therefore, they cannot be inherited from generation to generation, or you can say to the next generation. For example, the scar on the forehead or the arm, sun-tanned skin, or the learning of the music, or you can say the dance, the knowledge, any skills which we learn during our lifetime. It is not going to be inherited from generation to generation. As we know, if the father knows how to drive the car, that doesn't mean that the next generation or the child automatically know how to drive. He has to learn that how to drive, so he will be acquired. That is what known as the learning. So the difference between the acquired and the inherited traits. Acquired traits are the somatic variation which takes place in the somatic cell in the non-reproductive cells, and these are the genetic variation which takes place in the DNA of a germ cells. Acquired traits develop due to the effects of environmental factors, जैसे suntan, because of the more of the sun is there, sunny days, you work in the sunny days or you work under the sun, so that causes suntan of your skin. Or you are learning the music, you will learn that is your environmental factor. Use and disuse of the organ and special efforts. Inherited traits develop due to the reshuffling of the genetic material, means some change takes place in the DNA of a genetic material, or you can say in the DNA of a germ cell, and the mutation. These traits develop throughout the lifetime of an individual and die with the death of the individual. And these traits are transferred, inherited by the parents to the offspring. These do not die but are passed on to the next generation. For example, attach of free earlobes, or here you can say the learning of the dance, the learning of the music, the muscular body of the wrestler. So this is about the acquired and inherited trait. This is very important. The difference is very important. And sometimes the question comes, why the acquired traits cannot be transferred from generation to generation? Because they takes place in the somatic cell, or you can say the non-reproductive cells of the body, which cannot transfer from generation to generation, whereas the inherited traits, they develop in the DNA of a germ cells. That's why they can be transferred from generation to generation. Sometimes the question is there, the learning of music, dance, knowledge, they are acquired. Can they be transferred? So your answer should be no. And why? The same reason you can give. And similarly, the eye color is the inherited traits. Can it be transferred? Yes. Then you can give the answer. So the next lesson will be on the Mendel's experiments, in which we will discuss about the various contribution of the Mendel's, that how the Mendel's, they have given us the concept of the genetic, as the Mendel is known as the father of genetics. Why? Till then, stay home, stay happy. Thank you and have a nice day.